Hello and welcome to the Super Casuals. My name is Auronado, and this is Path of Exile. We've returned today to continue with Auronado the Duelist.
God bless you on this fine day, Exile.
There's our first encounter with one of those guys like that Haku fellow we saw in town earlier. The random quest givers that are out in the world.
God has glorious plans for us today. You ready, Exile? Any moment now, this holy spot's going to be buried in filth. The corrupted will pour in here, bent on eclipsing anything and everything that has been touched by divinity. I hope you're good with the shovel, Exile. Glory to the pure and mercy to the fallen.
So this guy spawns a relic, around which a whole bunch of bad guys will continue to spawn. So I gotta take them out and not let the relic get taken out. Standing near the relic gives me a boost in my power. This is why I don't like haste. Look how fast my mana's going away. So now I gotta use mana potions. I'm one of those players that just doesn't really like using potions. I sit on them for ever and ever and ever. Now in this game that's not really a problem. Every time you kill a monster, it starts to work towards replenishing your flasks.
You're a well-blooded defender of the faith now.
See, I've gotten some experience with him from before. There's really no issue with it carrying over and causing any problems now. I'm not gaining anything through having the experience from the other characters, you see. The only thing I gain is access to slightly better items in his shop if I choose to purchase them, which I will not. There's our waypoint. No real need to use it just yet. There's also a lore item off in the corner we're going to start working towards. Lots of bad guys sitting on top of this one. And there's another one off to the side as well. I got some killing to do, and then we'll get reading. Holy cow, there's a lot of bad guys. Ooh, we got a named guy. Iron Point the Forsaken. Another level taken care of. The stream of bad guys just doesn't stop. I can't stop to loot, I can't stop to level, I can't stop to do anything. And on and on and on this continues. Just a never-ending stream of bad guys. But we finally caught a bit of a break here. Okay, let's actually level. Next up is Art of the Gladiator. There's an attack speed buff I've been trying to avoid, but this is going to do two things that I really want. It's going to remove all movement penalties from armor, so I'll run faster, and give me plus 20 to my dexterity stat. So let's take that. I've been trying to have a decent balance between strength and dexterity. Strength for pure life and pure physical damage. Dexterity is for accuracy, evasion, attack speed, stuff like that. Very similar to most RPGs. And that's just the kind of character I'm building. He's going to be strong and fast, but not as strong or as fast as he could be if he focused on one or the other. He's going to be a nice, strong dual wielder. Anyway, here's the first of the two lore objects. There is no honor without sacrifice, is what it says on the Line Eye Standard. Down here's the other weathered carving.
The black spirit infects living flesh and bone. The animals suffered first, their bodies changed, their eyes filled with a hatred of mankind that is beyond instinct. Now it is we who must bend and bow like saplings before the sea-born gale. The firstborn of the kingdom of calm greeted us this day. the firstborn of the kingdom of Calm, was buried this day. Even our children are not spared the Black Spirit's touch. What have we done to enrage Wraeclast? We look to Calm. Our king will lay the spirit of this land at peace.
Wonder who this Calm fella is. Is he a good guy, a bad guy? Do I gotta fight him? I have no idea. Let's just keep on journeying towards the Prisoner's Gate. There's the exit to the lower prison.
It's to be a cage fight then. I can live with that.
But we were given a quest immediately to go back to Lion Eye's Watch. So let's talk to Nessa.
The tale of Brutus was a popular one in the schools of Theopolis, taught in the hopes of deterring students from ambitions not condoned by the Templar. Brutus was warden of Axiom Prison and one of the most feared men in the Eternal Empire. But there the histories end, and the myth begins, with Brutus commissioning a witch to transform him in a mad attempt at immortality. A moment of hubris that didn't end well for anyone. If it's true, then Brutus has my pity. Some of us pay too dearly for our mistakes. Yet if you insist on learning from your own mistakes, then please, take one of these. You might need it.
It's one of the various sources of gems. Oh, I see there's been a UI update since I last played. That's kind of neat. Anyway, she has more to talk about. Let's see what she has to say.
Tarklee's as good a man as you can find on this god-forsaken coast. He has some wrongs to right, no doubt. What they are, I've never asked, and I never will. If not for Tarklee, we'd all be dead.
High praise.
Don't tell Tarklee, but they're the foulest fowl I've ever tasted. Still, exiles can't be choosers.
Roas are a creature that is out in the world. While we're here, we've purchased a bunch of new gems, and there's also something to talk to Tarklee about.
There's a fine line between man and monster. Brutus, the warden of Axiom Prison, he crossed that line long ago. A big lad, and as you know from Hillock, big lads are slow. Hit and run, that's the way to cut them down to size. Unless there's thaumaturgy involved, then forget the hitting bit, just run.
Brutus the
Stay
Butcher.
sharp out there.
Tarklee also has a variety of things to talk about, starting with Lion Eye's Watch.
Founded by Marseus Lioneye as a supply station for his campaigns against the Karui. In its day, Lioneye's Watch could be defended by just a small garrison of well-armed legionnaires. What have I got? A handful of starving criminals with driftwood clubs and rusted hatchets.
On Roas.
Rowers, overgrown chickens with a murderous streak. If you're not careful, they'll talon your guts out and snap them up like big fat worms. That said, be sure to rifle through their nests if you get the chance. Rowers are like magpies, attracted to what shines.
On Bestel.
That hat Bestel wears? Saw him pluck it from the real captain's head right before the cannibals barbecued the poor bastard. Waste not, want not, I suppose. Yes, Bestel's got a gift for telling tales, but I'd never call him a liar. The truth's always in there. You just have to listen for it.
On Nessa.
Nessa's the one keeps the rest of us from losing our minds. To be honest, when she first arrived, I didn't think she'd survive more than a day, 2 at most. She's been proving me wrong every dawn since. Heard a bard once sing that the fairest flowers bloom in the foulest places. He was bloody well right.
On Goatmen.
There's many a way to die in Wraeclast. Most of them are mercifully quick. But you get caught alive by the Goatmen, you'll wish by any god you believe in that you hadn't. I've heard some of the more superstitious exiles say there's a deity these Goatmen worship. Abarath, Eater of Agony. Sounds like a right bastard if you ask me. So if the Goatmen hand you an invitation to go have dinner with the Cloven God, tell them where to stick it.
Gotcha. And on Letters of Exile.
I've seen many an exile pass through Lion Eye's watch, and many more that simply pass on. Those letters are my way of keeping track, of remembering. Oriath might want to forget us all, but I'll be damned if I will. Stay sharp out
The
there.
Letters of Exile are a signboard down here that we read in our very first Path of Exile video. Seems my teleport gate just disappeared on me, so I'm going to have to port back to the prison the hard way by running all the way back through the climb. Whoopsie. I thank you for watching the Super Casuals. My name is Auronado. Remember, keep it casual. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more.